What's poppin', y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel, man. Coolest dude on YouTube, man. Hey, we're gonna go on and jump right on in it, man. Now, this clip right here we're about to show you is basically like the FBI, you know what I mean? They basically like seen dudes around the vicinity, the whole get down, you know what I'm saying? As if like they wanted it to happen, but they had to react, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, if your own people will do it. But what it was a text message between the local snipers showed that they noticed Thomas Matthew Crooks nearly 2 hours before the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. You know what I mean? And this video is gonna actually show too, you know what I'm saying, the dude running across the roof and setting up shop. You know what I'm saying? That you got snipers on the roof that couldn't see that, but somebody on the ground had a camera, you know, shining it on Trump from a whole nother angle. And you see the shooter running across the street, but we'll get there, man. So without further ado, that's what we about to show you. You know what I'm saying? Holler at your boy, sit back, relax, man. Let's get it in.
Now to an ABC News exclusive on the assassination attempt on former President Trump. For the first time, we're hearing from members of the Pennsylvania SWAT team that took up positions to defend the former president. ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Kotursky has the latest.
I remember standing in the parking lot and talking to one of the guys, and so we just became part of history, and not in a good way.
The SWAT team from Beaver County, Pennsylvania knew something about the scrawny young man seemed off. He can be seen in this video obtained by ABC affiliate WTAE skulking around former President Trump's rally. Text messages between local snipers show they noticed Thomas Matthew Crooks at 4:26 p.m., nearly 2 hours before the attempted assassination that would injure Trump, kill a man, and severely hurt 2 others. "You see me go out with my rifle," one of the snipers texted, "so he knows you guys are up there." By 5:14 p.m., they grew suspicious.
He was looking up and down the building and just wandering around, and it just seemed out of place.
Greg Nichols snapped these photos of the shooter.
We had a text group between the local snipers that were on scene. I had sent those pictures out to that group and advised them of what I noticed and what I'd seen.
What do you think is transpiring once you send in what you've sent in?
I assumed that there would be somebody coming out to, speak with this individual or, find out what's going on.
So how do you know if Greg's concerns about Crooks are being relayed properly?
We don't. We have to assume that when he put that information out to command, that command took that information and did something with it. We don't know if they did.
None of the concerns appears to have reached members of Trump's Secret Service detail. The Washington Post reports they've complained they were never made aware of the warnings. In their first public comments about the assassination attempt, members of the Beaver County SWAT team described to ABC News what they consider to be failures of planning and communication that would prove catastrophic.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
No, not until after the shooting, I believe. Yeah.
And by then?
It was too late.
The Secret Service declined to respond directly, but told ABC News the agency is committed to better understanding what happened and is offering complete cooperation with ongoing investigations.
The suspect is directly above us.
Members of the Beaver County SWAT team rushed to the shooter's rooftop.
There's a ladder right here.
As seen in footage from Rich Gianvito's helmet camera.
Thanks, bro. Yep.
So we had access through that ladder, got up onto the roof.
And as you're scrambling onto that roof, you don't know for sure whether he's dead or alive, or whether you'll encounter fire.
At that point, no.
So what are you prepared? Are you prepared for a firefight at that point?
Well, we're prepared for anything at that point, because at this time we're unsure.
Give me a solid perimeter. Get guys prepped to clear the building.
He encountered the shooter's bloodied body some 400 feet from the stage.
We're clear. Let's move.
The team believes it did everything it could have to thwart the attack, but accepts its share of failure.
I think we all failed that day.
How so?
Life was lost.
Yeah. People died. And if there's anything that we could have done to stop that, we should. we should have done.
Incredible reporting. ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky joins me now for more on this. That is tremendous to hear that team tried to go up the chain of command but heard nothing. What stood out to you, Aaron, when you visited the SWAT team headquarters?
I think hearing that the lack of communication almost doomed the event from the start. But I'm also struck by what they're doing now. They're studying satellite imagery that they have pasted all over the wall. They have maps up. They even made their own crude replica of the site with everyone's position using the little army men from back in the day. And I think that they're intent on studying what went wrong here. Not only do they feel bad about it and they say they have to live with their failure, which they accept their fair share, but they do say, look, Trump says he's coming back, so they want to be ready.
Right, and as one of those team members said, I mean, they lost a life that day. I mean, so many people were in danger. And as you just mentioned, Trump says he plans to hold another rally in Western Pennsylvania soon. What are some of the changes that are being made when it comes to communication and coordination between Secret Service and law enforcement?
You have to imagine that the Secret Service is going to make sure there's an open line of communication with local SWAT teams that are always part of a protective detail. The Secret Service relies on local law enforcement partners for all of its events. And look, the Secret Service guards, what, 7,500 events a year? Most of the time they go off without a hitch. But here, there was a failure, so they do want to learn. They want to be able to say that they can make some changes that need to be made, and that probably includes being in better touch with their local partners.
So many lessons learned. Thank you so much. Again, incredible reporting. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky, thank you.
19 days after the deadly rally shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania, the FBI set to finally speak with Republican candidate Donald Trump about the assassination attempt on his life. The agency now looking to get Trump's perspective on that attack as they investigate the massive security failures that allowed it to happen in the first place. Wednesday, Trump returned to Pennsylvania for the first time since the shooting. He held a rally in Harrisburg. There was a large law enforcement presence outside that arena with Secret Service, Pennsylvania State Police, Capitol Police, and TSA all on scene there. Trump spent the first part of the rally talking about the shooting and also honoring Corey Comparatore, who was killed in that rally.
We will carry Corey's spirit of love and devotion and patriotism with us for all time, and we will never forget Corey or his beautiful family. And maybe let's have a brief moment of silence in memory of Corey, great Pennsylvanian. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is the most quiet I have ever heard an arena. I have never heard. You could hear a pin drop. No, it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Trump vowed to return to Butler, but not specifying when that would happen. Right now, the FBI is still working to find out the motive for the shooter. New details as we get them this morning here at the live desk.
And, you know, we have some new video here that is raising questions about how the Secret Service is handling its own investigation into the shooting at that Trump rally. Fox News posting this video, and it was recorded by James Copenhaver. He's one of the 4 people who were shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. He is now out of the hospital, which is good. Copenhaver was seated to Trump's left, directly in the line of fire, and the video shows that Copenhaver on the ground could see Thomas Crooks on the rooftop to Trump's right. But the acting Secret Service director just said this about the counter snipers during a Senate hearing, and those snipers were on a barn high above ground level.
This is what our counter sniper team saw. Shooter, no elbows. You barely make out the crown of his head. Below it, the assailant up prone.
Well, lawmakers are now demanding more information from the Secret Service. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley sent letters to Pennsylvania and federal law enforcement requesting documents.
One of the things that I think would help the Secret Service if they would fire people that are responsible for some of this incompetence. I always say if heads don't roll, nothing changes, and there needs to be changes.
Well, this all comes as the Secret Service could face a bombshell report laying out their security weaknesses. The Homeland Security Inspector General wrote a report that could be released today. Just the News is reporting this right here. Congress was briefed this week that months before the assassination attempt on Trump, Secret Service managers were warned by the Homeland Inspector General about serious deficiencies, including communication woes with local police partners and inadequate training for agents who conducted security sweeps at events for protectees. And right now, Washington, D.C., as you all know, they're demanding answers as next year's budget for the Secret Service is under scrutiny. A powerful Senate committee has delayed plans to meet today to consider the agency's budget after the assassination attempt. Lawmakers are now working to determine if a funding shortage possibly played a role in the security lapses at that Butler rally.
Now, in this clip I'm about to show y'all, it shows the sniper running across the building, and it's from a whole nother angle. You see the whole get down. That's crazy. And they have been trying to warn these dudes. You feel me? So, you know, FBI, the snipers, and everybody that was supposed to be protected, dog, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's all, man. Just like y'all was in on me. Let's see.
All right, everybody, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. We do have some new video that was obtained by Fox News Digital just moments before the Donald Trump shooting. And it's actually video that was taken by one of the victims in this attack here. So we want to play that out for you here in full right now on Live Now from Fox. Again, this video from James Copenhaver, one of the victims critically wounded in the July 13th assassination attempt against former President Trump, shows a figure moving across the roof of the American Glass Research building there, the AGR building, just minutes before the gunfire rang out at a Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. In the video taken at 6:08 p.m. on July 13th there, so just 3 minutes before this shooting, the person appears on the roof of the building adjacent to where Trump is speaking and can be seen walking from the 1 second mark to the about the 2:50 second mark. Officials believe the gunman Thomas Crooks, who was 20, began shooting with a collapsible AR-15 style rifle 3 minutes later around 6:11 p.m. Counter snipers fatally shot Crooks shortly afterwards, and law enforcement officials found 8 shell casings near his body there. So again, let's just play out the audio that we have associated with this. As you can see, it's a very quick clip there obtained by Fox News Digital. Let's listen.
So we're going to bring him up for Can we bring him up for a couple of minutes? The world will see a vibrant Republican Party. Great gentleman. So we're going to bring him
So again, right there on your screen, you see that figure moving alongside that roof, and that is what police are now continuing to investigate with this new video. And of course, we'll continue to bring you always the latest here on Live Now from Fox. It always seems like every day there's a new update or a new video that emerges, but this one was also big because it includes the video from James Copenhaver, one of the victims, just moments before this shooting, less than 3 minutes to go before the shooting rang out, and how history was almost changed forever there. So definitely we'll be keeping an eye on this for you if any more developments happen.